Biamono sana mwanche muliya bita seniki ya Ndizi TV nintu ndende ya katatoto kwalingania asomoro bilyo bwensa kya bono mambya astoko kwenyulyanga na bakwenda gusangana into gwetera sinamba yesimi ya 0792192834 otumanyinga yoko bwati umoro bili koruna bega sensemeli ye mitandao asensemo ya Facebook gwetera Ndizi TV News Digital na bega sensemeli ya YouTube Ndizi TV News website www.ndizitv.net mwanchumuliya binatoka ko manya bukalenga abageni baitongokirana bale ase studio elinde bakwanere amangana alingete kisemi anena sensemeli ya junior secondary school yango turabaligania ase studio baratomanyana kibakorukwa na indenga iyo bakorwa bwakire
bia.
Okay, bagatebanga ladies first. Ango tuchakire no musubati yiriga ase studio atomanyena kiakorwa karibu sana.
Asante. Abancho bategereri asamarieta nkuru kwa Sofia Peter indime ya TV station nko bakirambia mono asoboto host ritukoria rero erinde tunyare gukwanira asobwamo na asobugare amangana abwate eme suko neme basokano no maburukano ime ya junior secondary schools ase enseyaito ya Kenya. Asante sana.
Karibu sana Sofia Peter toratatainga nkayogo somya skuru kielia.
Oh sorry. Igondo mwalimu ngosomya Munyara Primary School, Junior Secondary School.
Okay, karibu sana ime ya Ndizi TV. Obona bobo ansubo mu Gusii. Karibu sana.
Biamono. Siri baga. Enche na yalinga biamono. Siri tukoria rero. Asamarieta ongero David, hereditariane.
Okay.
Enche ndio mworo kiasi skuru ya Yakima boarding, Junior Secondary School.
Okay.
Biamono, tutelinga biamono asinya sai, yo tereri bagediga, tukiri tukediga. Nentwe tonyoreri bagaria bene. Ende tukwana mangana aturengete into abari bari ba CSS, nimechande menge tuwetera. Menge sana. Na litoraro lebo sento nyore Ekatu atevire to the relevant authorities through media, such like things that we have come today. To was never solved, and to many bande no more.
Okay, asante sana. Tuchakire naye Sofia twaranga orobotirwa rokura se wizari liechiseme. Mwara menteirwa ka holiday gakeigo ngakimoigwete.
Atuwete ngamwe kogera imbura ya tura mano nari turanyore chingaki tororenga kabogo na bukia embure ne uswe egora chiskuru nchire titari goeteka no gwa nyore parera koire gusama cha chirororo kobera wanafunzi yakongu konda bakaga bweskuru na bantu banyora chingaki chingongu especially bali bagutamboka chindoche chinene ne chiskuru chire sebirubo oranyoro boko koenda ororo gosomi gusabana gwikoro rinde banare ko bagosomi.
Okay, asense moyago timaitinga turamisi aboro kibabawo.
Bono abarko na boto abamisi and we laugh it with passionate and intuirete mono sana. Kero serikali yetringa ekwike ba mentre wiki Kero kende na sengencho embra ya bere nyinge na wongoro example ase skuru na rewo som konyorantare na CSS St Peter's Nyakeminja naro bunekiramba utingia chete kaire kirama school achi building ne nyinge cia gure ya mono chari gesima chi nyinge to kwana mono ndoro cha na embra ya ndo somba bantu
Okay.
Bona kentora tuamendero wikiga aeva ntua plan tukoigore school no nyena bo CSS mipangiro nero egendrete mbaro ba guchikogenda go demonstrate asinge nchokolengana ne ruling ya bete court site that if our issues are addressed tumana koranga tugende school.
Okay. Tosa sense meyo nga nonya chiskuru cyali kuigurwa rero onye talinga ewizara yechiseme yabage kurugo chika nga barabaye wikeyemo mwaro biretinga inwa saba kyabajina secondary school muri go chikwikira na school timeti Sofia ninki gekogera motetego chako
omugiro madamu nakwari bekeria teribiye tari ntuto taite twanso omugiro Tunyurani chitariki 17
okay
chomutienyi oyo kotinja mwabuna abarimu ba junior secondary abakoro ku intern they are inappropriately placed there mbabekiri gari asencherere ndonge ase chisababu cyabane ekero barigirire tina dadisi bakaroranga omwajiri ito orio turigete chesi na koreta mamacho yokurika abarimu be secondary who are supposed to be senior secondary teachers bakabaira asoboroso iskuru cyoboroso kubabeka gari erinde bababorokia be iskuru kiria maminchane richiko riri bwenderete kuba ya chesi yokurika abarimu ba oboroso batenenere kiskuru cyoboroso n'abarimu be secondary babikwe secondary batabwate ti eratiba eria bwenerete
ekero kurigereria sense moyago ekegera nga kero murubiri yigo CBC obete kugwoncherenwa konyora mpara amwanga nonyeri kiraskirigia kianda nga ikego chigutigara ekero kurigereria se chiskuru chinyinge cyoboroso mbabwati boroke abayisaini gusaboroke abayisaini okonyora nga aborokia abange okonyora nga gusaboroke nigo barabakasi chiskuru kerkere ntoro chinga egetambukire kigati esi yabage kuimukia asense moyago ruchinga no kwanda maina aborokia
ase aboroki bari tobekire chiskuru kiri cyoboroso in fact ntore undermined tukaba discriminated tukaba mna nobo chai mborororo enchira twabute tugucyororo yakogera ekero mwalimu ore qualified or certified and in possession of the teaching certificate, that is you are in possession of the TS number, you are a qualified teacher. Professionally, a teacher is not supposed to be referred as an intern because you have that license yenye imekukubalia kuwa wewe ni mwalimu. Hasa unafaa kulipwa malipo ambayo yanastahili, yanatoshana na yule mwalimu mwingine ambaye ameajiliwa katika shule ya upili. I mean, you are supposed to have same terms of employment. If in secondary schools they are employing under permanent and pensionable teachers, so those teachers who are supposed to be placed as junior secondary teachers, they are supposed to be paid equal amount of money just like the secondary teachers, because those teachers are teachers who are trained as secondary teachers, senior secondary teachers, but they are misplaced to teach in primary section. Okay, it is a school, and once a teacher has been employed, you are supposed to be given same rights, which the junior secondary schools are denied. At the same time, these teachers who are in junior secondary schools, they are facing so many challenges, most especially when it comes to the employment section. We were employed under the contract, contrary to the TSC
terms and agreement. So when we look at it, initially they said the teachers are going to be employed under the contract of 1 year. Then after some time, they extended it to 2 years. Whatever they were looking at when they were extending that contract, we don't understand it. And we don't even know from which perception they took that extension. So we are really feeling demoralized, devalued, and undermined in that section. We also feel we are not worthy because
other teachers who graduated back in 2023, you find a teacher is employed, permanent and pensionable. Yet a graduate of 2015, 2016, 2014 is employed under internship.
Okay.
So my biggest question is, are we employed from a different TSC, which is maybe in Uganda and we are not Kenyans? Were we employed by a different sector? Are we in Kenya? Who is employing those who are receiving permanent and pensionable letters? Graduate of 2023 is employed, permanent and pensionable. Yet a graduate here of 2015 is still under POM. Yet a graduate of 2015 is under internship. What is an internship? Can we even begin from that sector? What's an internship? And what is the purpose of having a TS number, which is a teaching license? What is the purpose of us being teachers when we have that discriminatory amongst ourselves?
Okay. Aha, biemano sana Sofia asokuru ibirengeri byago mwanchi muri elia ketogende togosanga samangana lingete kisemi tali abanyagitari boka bakurira nensemo yabo orokena barube sokire bene abayigogo kwanere mechandelia bagwetera timete sensemo yabo David ekero mwabete moko hegwa amarube gose contract yokuira na asichi skuru cyuburuso kerkende mwabete mogo kwanerwa mugatebigwa nga ekikegera moire ni gwa senseme yigane kineke osenga kiyabete
biamono nenja seribaga wono eko oko etwa chale tkoripo kitangani etwa marube ari internship au korke skuru so wechi goson internship engatieyo etwa etwa bantu chikategori kwarenga babere abari mbaro bari getu permanent and pensionable to get the same year. Again, the care of Beka Baba in that different cado, very subject combination. Oh no, Abang give it to an internship. Aband permanent, very discriminatory in order.
Okay.
To cover Marubaya, to cover posted, it is 1 year and renewable contract internship. You are ended last year.
Okay.
But now it has been extended. However, when you look at the word the internship, as my colleague has said, internship no mwanafunzi or a student teacher or your experience. During our internship, it was during our teaching practice. Is when we exercised our internship roles. We just learned to have that experience. So after which we were then qualified. We graduated from our various universities. Now to Kaiwa certificate we qualify.
Okay.
TSC egatwa TS numbers you a license when we have the license to teach. We are not supposed to be told that we are student teachers. We qualify, we are teachers. I take a book in any case carrying a court. We petitioned our grievances to court, and thereafter the passport to Article 41 on fair labor relations. We are supposed to be issued a fair remuneration, so that because we're supposed to be given equal pay for equal work done.
Okay.
Because we actually qualify, qualified, we have the TS numbers. We are not supposed to be discriminated. We are not supposed to be undermined. And we are not supposed to undergo all these tensions we are undergoing in our country, Kenya. Number 2, to renew the contract. To renew. To for 1 week. I thought to be very intimidated, to be very threatened. I said, do it in school to check us on. I said, Nyanchama. No says talk with stipendia talk no sustain our families. To another way because as well as on the POM, I work on our as just class to work on experience. One to run to your got to be there talking in the park. ono ase ngencho yeyo tugachora interim leadership in our internship roles whereby the chairman, treasurer na ONSP in our Kenya supported by our union KUPPET tukabachora erendelio torigererie na kito discriminated ikiagera ntwaro chingano in 2012 the same issues were addressed by the court and in fact justice prevailed. Wakati tunaangalia Article 48 in our constitution, it postulates justice, access to justice. So therefore, we have actually to Variba court say that any to justice, we need justice to prevail for us, GSS teachers, as interns.
Okay.
Because we see that according to the verdict which was given by the court, number one, that TSC, the colleague, are very untrained. Untrained in about one of the Koroka, is different. Their profession takes more than 5 years. Now, in the last mobile internship, you were part of your license, and they are paid a lot of money. But you look at teachers, we qualify. The mandate. The constitution has not mandated TSC to recruit untrained and qualified teachers. Number two, for that reason, it means this assuming under permanent and pensionable. That's why court here that the TSC reissue those letters to GSS teachers. And environment thing here, just go and see it, negotiate. Then we come into agreement.
Okay.
But they said something about taxpayers. Taxpayers' money, they which go enough to pay these teachers. And one of the cancel to only they are, if they are complaining about taxpayers, and they are also considering Article 43 and 53 of the Constitution on children's rights.
Okay.
That we are going to violate the children's rights access to better education. If we are going to continue with the strike, demonstrating, of course, the Constitution guarantees a right to get the parallel to demonstrate, to picket, and then we express our displeasures, the DSC as accorded to us. So they want to, we have been asking ourselves as TSS interns, this. There is no part of the Constitution which guarantees someone to violate one's rights and protect others. Like now, their response looks like they want to protect, of course, the rights of children, considering Article, but for the 353 of the Constitution, so that we go to school, continue teaching, and provide our cheap labor. Of course, which they are also violating our rights. They are violating the rights of teachers because we have right to access to justice under Article 48 of the Constitution. We have also Article 41, fair remuneration of, when we look at labor practices and relations, we are supposed to be remunerated, we are supposed to be paid according to the work done. And our question also remains this. According to the advocate of TSC, that is Setima, he said, according to TS, they never gave us, there is no contract between us, TSS teachers, and TS. There is no contract. There is no contract that exists. Now, wanasema kwamba, tusipoenda, masomo hayataendelea pale. But that we are interns. Now, wanasema kwamba we are volunteers. And we wonder, in our letters, there's nowhere it is indicated that we volunteered. We never volunteered. It was advertised, then we applied, then we were issued with internship letters. Now, TSC metugeuka all of a sudden. Now we are appealing to our employer. We are the children of this country. We belong legal to this country. You treat us well, like you can treat even your child. don't discriminate us, just give us justice so that we also feel loved, so that when we also deliver our content even in class, we deliver it to our expectations and even to the expectations of the curriculum.
Okay. Ambiamono sana David Asokoro ebirenga libyako. Akarondo chinga asensemeria comment section ndo chinga lietandira ligotumika mono. Tandisome buneke Gusii moguls power, moguls fever. Timaiti Sophia. Reteri moguls ningiri minete.
Mogul. As okay, in 292 abarimu. It is like we mean comrade power. Okay. Universities have what you call comrade power. Okay. And we in teachers, I detest using that word in turn because I'm not a scholar and they are not scholars. They are qualified, certified teachers and that qualifies them to be teachers.
Okay.
So that biasness of calling us in turns, I really dislike it. Okay. So girl power, neri obomo wabarimu ababare subjected to unfair employment. Okay. That is why we use that word, girl.
Okay. Ekero nabagingo kubwata bya Sophia watebanga egentege tangani inubuna aborkia ba JSS mutago kirinakyo no kurukwa chintana. Kero kende bararuselite eliri chintana bachake kubaka nabuya na ndi mutigarasi skuru kiri cyoboroso mugendera no bakorera wino.
Boroso obo asitobekira generally primary.
Yeah.
Primary institutions.
Ya junior secondary.
If only those institutions can be improved because we are facing so many challenges as teachers there. Number one, we have inadequate facilities, inadequate resources. Akaronko teba inadequate resources. Ekero eskuru ya junior ya reto. We are handling mostly what we used to handle in Form 1 and Form 2 work. We have practicals to teach. Especially in class 8, we have subjects like chemistry, which is integrated to be integrated science. We have biology, we have physics. All these subjects, they need well-equipped laboratories. And madam, look at our primary schools, these interiors. Hakuna shule hata moja iko na lab. So tell us, as we teachers, what are we doing to these kids? Mpamaiti epikaniki. We are told improvise. Yes, we can improvise a straw to make it something that we can demonstrate for them. But are we really giving them what is supposed to be given? Are we delivering what we are supposed to deliver? For example, we have geography, which is now called social studies. We have, let me use an example of, what do I say? We want to go to Amsterdam and find what is stored there, teach the learners how they used to obtain the facts or what is stored there. Then you are like, are you improvising Amsterdam within a school? The artifacts which are there, where are we going to get them? Are we going within that 45 minutes, moving from one village to another, house per house, looking for these artifacts? This generation of ours, you know, those things could be gotten if our grandfathers were there, if our ancestors were there. Are we really doing these children justice? Again, we have some HOAs. We have this head of institutions and the primary teachers who dissociate themselves from us because they feel we teachers with the we interns, that's what they call us. We interns who have these degree papers, we do carry ourselves high above them. So there is that gap which comes in. So there is that prejudice that exists. Majority of the teachers there are not comfortable. So how are we going to handle that? We also have the preparation of teachers, teachers training. You know, it's like we are being ambushed. Like we have a training for 1 week. You go in for 1 week, you are taught something which they expect you to capture, understand, and come and implement it. 1 week. Then these learners, you expect us to produce geniuses and engineers and everything out of this 1 week training they are giving us. A teacher is someone who needs thorough refining, so that when you are handling this child, you are doing him or her justice. The kid gets what is actually supposed to be gotten. Then we have this salary thing. Let me talk about the salary thing. Because you cannot harvest where you have poorly prepared, where you have gone and put in little. You gain exactly what you have unavuna kile ambacho umefanya nini? Umepanda. So if you put little effort, expect poor performance. So we are not fair to these children. Come to meals. We teachers, we are the ones to go to kitchen. We are the ones to go into our pockets, find what we can cook. Imagine 1 hour, mwalimu uko hapo, uende kitchen, hakuna si gasi uko nayo, moshi ikutuange hapo, upike kitambo upike, you are cooking for like over 10 teachers from all primary and us, you cook enough meal for them. Then by the time you are done, ndio unatoka hapo ukinuka moshi unaenda wapi? Darasani. That is so part of a teacher.
Okay. David sensemo yago kulengana na Sofia biri gako eneke gusiga ko erobo koleria sichi skuru chiri. Timete sensemo y'ibitabo biro bimbirororo learning materials chiro chinchirororo ngakiora aleti obokoleri asensemo y'ekisemi asensemo ya junior secondary school.
Mbiamono. Ekara tukurigereria ria se togoson chisukure cha CSS. Eshida nero. Jama emechano ne menge to wetera wetera ne buate every tabu kokore ke mane tabu biroro. There is what we call mismatch, like serikali ya tutanga strategiga tabu graduate bire ta kutora 9 learning areas. Lakini kama tokoli mpaka karato the staff meeting entangani etwa roste timetable ya 9 learning areas. To our surprise, Ebitao become an award of spin off 14 learning areas. Ebitao biro. Like now, according to the design of the curriculum, you find again to was on one, for example, the undertake some becamo, ya pre-technical. Pre-technical ya grade 8 and grade 7, even go to 3 learning areas, business, a computer, and pre-tech itself. Like in one of us, I've got a lift out video, they're separate. One was you can go to class, and then the body can pre-tech, like in one of the one in a business, in a computer, ya confusion. However, no one ever a content here, Marie, to the left of those learners. According to me, I thought CPC is just what you call the competence-based curriculum. Is skill-oriented, and it's not exam-oriented, like the former 844 system of education, whereby the pedagogy in which we use to deliver the curriculum is different. It is geared towards learner-centered pedagogies. However, we have the challenges in imbuing these areas. Technology also has been imbued in the CPC. But you find, you know, what I have, lakini, I deliver the curriculum as it is curriculum. We need to also incorporate technology because technology has been imbued in CPC. To our surprise, we don't have even computer laboratories. We don't have computer experts. Like most of us, we never trained in computer, but we have those teachers who are computer experts. So we don't have those resources. Books, they range from technology to even human resource. So we really don't have them. Another thing that we really need to talk about the curriculum delivery in these junior secondary schools is that the content in the Kama it was rifted. It was rifted from Form 1 and Form 2. It was applied grade 8. You find grade 7, grade 8, they are being taught an atom. Frida, you can tell me the atom of an element will soma Form 1. So even if vitu ambavyo walisoma pale wanafaa kusoma pale Form 1. Sasa siko pale high school. In business, there is what we call agriculture, there is geography, and most of us, we had dropped those learning areas. Now, you find, I trained 2 learning areas, as my colleague had said. I trained in history and theory. And when I just ran it there, even when we were teaching in POM, wakati mwalimu wa agriculture hayuko shuleni, mimi mwalimu wa CRE, siwezi enda niende kufunzia agriculture. There is a colleague of yours mwenye anaweza kusaidia kufunza. Lakini pale we have been forced to teach all the learning areas. And we had petitioned this to court, to our relevant authorities. And then the case was heard and it was determined. That actually it's very wrong for me to want to teach what I was never trained. However, the government has done much to retool teachers. But let me ask you, nataka kuendesha gari. You can't take me to retool me how to drive when I have not gone to class to train. Actually, we went to university, we trained and we specialized in learning areas. So which we need to specialize. We now, what I'm trying to see is that the government, because of the shortage of funds, the way they are saying, but in Kenya there's no shortage of funds. We pay tax. There is a lot of money. Like now, the capitation money. Like now, if somebody is saying that there is no money to pay to recruit teachers into permanent and pensionable, where are you getting this money to pay for capitation? This capitation money, can it be used? Can it be reversed to recruit teachers? At least your capitation iende kuleta baadaye. Another thing we really need to talk about human resource is on the issue of TSS teachers. Now that we have those challenges, and we had planned, of course, this week, beginning today, as we speak, they are on the streets. They are because they are pursuing Article 37 of the Constitution, which guarantees everyone a right to demonstrate, to picket, unarmed, not to destroy any property, to express our grievances, so that the government would have to respond. As we had to organize all of those, however, we are facing a challenge whereby you find that in some counties, the OCS, they just refuse to sign, and in some counties, the security officers, of course, we respect them, but they end up now threatening us, intimidating and coercing our colleagues. Let us be allowed, be given our time to demonstrate, because the Constitution gives us this, and we are doing these things according to our Constitution, because we refer to the Constitution. We don't want the Constitution to be violated. Anyone who violates the Constitution, for example, on our rights, needs to be accountable, like our employer, that is TSC.
Ambia mono sana ikigerando chingi biro bitu bya nyonre kigima na ndo mugeni ukabiro biri kawikira nasi studio ndagete Sofia Ngoe edakike moiga okwanire kiombekeligia TSN wizara y'ikisemi kubwatikana na maganino.
Asante madam. And I request, if possible, not even if possible, because the court are drilled. So to our TSC, to our employer, mine is mokole imunyare gusika owamuzi we government mna yaba chigete mokore munyare ko bamugokorera bo gekogera bono intuntu liko ba request we are demanding what is ours no nyene Biblia yagoteba asigetabu ye Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 8 if you see the poor oppressed in our districts and justice and rights denied, do not be surprised at such things. So it means TSC is being authorized by somebody and we are being intimidated. All we are seeking for is justice for our rights. Our salaries to be given out fully as declared by the law. And we as teachers, we are not supposed to be employed under probation for more than 6 months. Actually, that is what is supposed to be done. So this internship thing in a core 1 year, then one extend to 2 years, that is their own rule which they are creating. Rightfully, we are supposed to undergo probation for 6 months. Then within that probation, we are supposed to be earning full salary as we are being monitored if we are delivering quality work and if we are doing any gross misconduct that can put us out of that work. And now, since we have done our best, we have gone beyond 6 months, which is the requirement of an employer to employees, then we are supposed to be given our salary fully since we resumed our work as interns. Then they confirm us and give us the dates as to when we are supposed to be confirmed and permanent and pensionable. We be given the letters actually promptly. Let me say, they shouldn't extend it any longer. Wapeane barua to all interns, confirming them permanent and pensionable. Otherwise, mine is to thank you. I thank all Kenyans for listening to us, and I take it positively that TSC will do as per the court order. Thank you so much.
Okay, David Nensemo ya gotore. Karungi ngana yawe yo mwali ucha sumo nchumulira.
Aya ndiye mono, enche nari usaba ase our employer. Let them respect the court orders. Let them, because number one, let them compensate teachers for the time that we've done since April last year. After compensation, let them reissue permanent and pension operators as the court had ruled, and then let them also obey the constitution. Let them obey the law, because the constitution does not guarantee them to employ and qualified teachers, and the court ruled that let them. They were barred from recruiting more interns. Let them now stop it and let them just compensate us fully and let them remunerate to us so that we also feel okay. So that because we are discriminated in delivering the content in our federal schools, so we really need to feel that justice has to prevail. Again, to all my colleagues, let us stand united as we voice our grievances, so that when we stand united, like the doctors have done, I think at the end of the tunnel, there is hope. And that is my prayer, that may justice prevail in our country.
Okay. Ambia mwana sana Sofia na David asoko ikirana ase studio na baigo kurwa evirero bino gucha sensemeli wizara yitsemi na baige kyombe gyo kulika borokia TSC. Kalando chinga Ezra nyaenda kura sensemeli ya YouTube abatanga mogul was used as a sarcasm to refer to the boom we received after suffering for a long time without pay. Sofia and David, I applaud your fluency in articulating our grievances. Kalando chebo sire Kevin atanga wambie waache kutuzia mbuzi kwa gunia. For my sake, won't can't go to school until I'm being confirmed to PNP. Watoto wao wanasoma Ulaya but wetu ndio tunateseka maskini. Mbiyemo no sanu mwanchi muri ya comment ne chinyenge chira sensemeri ya Facebook lakini kiagere biro bitu byatonyolire ano mwa MC kura sewo deli yabo gusera bereka gwikira na studio nganchire tukolera abo ntobe tokoliki ya chinga kechinde elinde tobe togosanga so wa meritare na Frida Kerubo yatosa sensemeri ya kabere ya studio ngoira na mole na job maangi asegekeke kerbosio elinde mwa mogosanga amange.
Thank you.
Ndizi TV, ubwansu bw'omu Gusii.